Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I hope this finds you all well. Let me see. Probably this in the back needs to be more on this end. Just get this over here. I think that would get. Ooh. There we go. I think that's it all. In terms of the background, there we go. I think that's much better. All right. So, good morning, good morning, good morning again, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Storytime. I'm storyteller and reading coach Aunty Jodi, and I'm super happy to have you guys here this morning. I see that there is one person on live so far. Can you just let me know in the comment section where you're tuned in from? And let me know if you are a child or a parent. I would love to hear in the comment section. Head to the comment section, please, and let me know if you are a little one or a parent, a grandparent. Let me know also where you are tuned in from. We're going to wait for one more, 2 more minutes for a few more persons to join on, and then we're going to jump right on into today's story time. All right, so good morning. Good morning, Miss Brown. I see that you are here with your little ones. Thank you guys for tuning in. Okay, anyone else? Is there anyone else on the Okay, Ava and Autumn. Ava and Autumn. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm storyteller Aunty Jodi, and I'm super happy to have you guys here this morning. All right. Hi, Auntie Dion. All right. So, Auntie Dion and Z are tuned in this morning. Thank you guys always for tuning in. We're going to take 1 more minute and we are going to jump right on into today's story time. Okay, guys? All right. I see that somebody else is coming on. Please let me know where you're tuned in from and let me know if you are a little one, a parent, a grandparent. Let me know in the comment section. All right, guys. So, tap, 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 tap. Without further ado, and before we get on into this book, let's sing today's story time. And if this is your first time, please give me your listening ear so you can hear and learn today's story. And if you are a usual story timer, like Auntie Dion and Z, please start singing the story time song with me. Good morning. Okay, Kayla. All right. Good morning, Kaylee. Kaylee, I hope I'm saying it correct. Kaylee. Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's jump right on into today's story time song. Story time, story time, story time. Story time, story time, story time. When Auntie Jodi begins to talk, I don't want to squawk and squawk. I want to listen. I want to learn. Story time. One last time, guys, and I hope you guys will sing along with me this time. Story time, story time, story time. Story time, story time, story time. When Auntie Jodi begins to talk, what do you don't want to do? I don't want to squawk and squawk. I want to listen. I want to learn. Story time. Very nice. And I hope you guys were singing along too. All right. So today I have one of my favorite stories for you guys. And it's also a favorite story of my kindergartners, my preschoolers, and even my first graders. And I hope that if you enjoy the book, I hope that it will become a favorite of yours as well. If you have this book at home, please get it and get ready and let's read together. So, our story is that a bird in the sky? Because I know birds fly. Is he flying? It looks like it's a bird. Guys, what is this? Is it a bird? Not a bird. I don't think so. Is it a fly? Definitely not a fly either. It looks like a what, guys? Can you guys tell me in the comment section? It looks like a It looks like Can anyone tell me in the comment section? It looks like a giraffe. That's right. Today's story is about a giraffe and it says giraffes can't dance. Who said that? Thank you. Thank you. It's a giraffe. That's right. Giraffes can't dance. I actually never thought about that before. Like, I've never thought about giraffes dancing. I always saw birds. Okay, great, great, great. Grab your books. I've always seen like flamingos moving and grooving and birds, but a giraffe dancing? Let's see how the story goes. And today's story is, of course, by Giles Andrade, right? That's the author. That's the person who wrote the story. All right, boys and girls, let's get into it. So it says, Gerald, that's the name of our giraffe. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was very, very long. And slim as well. But his knees, boys and girls, were awfully crooked, and his legs were rather thin. Oh my goodness. But it really sounds like the description of a giraffe, though. I think so. I think that's the right description because giraffes are normally tall and have long necks, and their knees are always like that. Have you guys ever seen a giraffe before, though, in real life? Please share with me in the comment section, guys. I would love to hear from you guys. Where have you seen the giraffe? Or would you like to even touch the giraffe if you see the giraffe next time? Are you brave enough to touch the giraffe? One time I saw a giraffe at the Maryland Zoo, but I got a little bit scared because it was really, really a tall animal and I was very teeny in comparison to the giraffe. How about you guys? Have you ever seen a giraffe before? At the Bronx Zoo. Okay, how did Z feel when she saw a long time ago? Okay. All right. So guys, how did you feel while you saw the giraffe? Were you brave? Were you excited? Did you feel scared? Did you try to touch the giraffe or even feed the giraffe? Because sometimes at the zoos, I know that they allow kids and families to feed the giraffes. All right, so let me know in the comment section. So today's story is, of course, about Gerald the giraffe. And there he is having a wonderful time eating away and enjoying the weather outside. Please let me know as well if you can see me well and hear me well. Wow. And Giraffe and Gerald, he was very good at standing still and munching shoots off the trees. That's what he did best. Giraffes can stand like all day and they can even sleep while standing. Did you guys know that part? Sleep and stand? Wow. Yep, giraffes are really good at it. And Gerald had a little issue, guys. Here was the thing. When Gerald tried to run around, can you guys see? When he tried running around, he buckled at the knees. And then, guys, he would topple over to the ground. Uh oh. And he would hurt himself really badly. Can you guys see it? Yeah, he would topple over to the ground. Running was not his favorite thing to do. Hmm. Oh, Lord. Let's see what's going to happen next. Now, every year in Africa, they held the jungle dance, guys. Wow! Look at all these wonderful, wonderful, and colorful animals. They hold the jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. Mm, I love to dance. How about you guys? Do you enjoy dancing too? What music do you like to dance to? Let me know in the comment section or tell your parents so that they can type it in the comment section. So, my friends, there was a dance, and let's see, there were lots and lots of animals. Can you guys see? Can you tell me what you see? Let's see. There were zebras and lions and a lioness too. There were some mice right here. And guess what? Some warthogs, some alligators, some mongoose, some lizards, some snakes. Hmm, look at these hippos. They were having fun and laughing away. There was an elephant and cheetahs and monkeys. Oh, 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 oh. That's right. And monkeys too. And guess what, boys and girls? There was Gerald. Gerald's face was not as excited, though, as the others. Gerald looked sad. Can you guys show me your sad faces? That's right. Gerald was really, really, really sad. Can you guys guess why he was sad while all the other animals were happy? Can you guys guess? Can anyone tell me in the comment section why do you think Gerald looks so sad and not as excited as the other animals? That's right. Maybe he can't dance. Because remember, in the page before, it said he had a hard time with his knees, with running and so on. So probably dancing was not his best thing. But let's see. Because sometimes, boys and girls, we can start by not being able to do something well. And after practicing for a while, we can get better. That's the thing. So let's see what happens next. This year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was very, very bad. Hmm. The warthogs started waltzing. Guys, are we going to waltz together? Let's go. Let's move. Let's put our hands up. Let's move our bodies slowly from side to side. Are you guys moving your bodies slowly from and move your feet up and down. Very nice. And the warthogs were waltzing, and the rhinos were rocking and rolling. Let's go. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Let's pretend that we're playing our guitars on the stage, guys. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-da, da-da-da. Ow! All right. So those were the rhinos and the lions. Look at the lions, boys and girls. They dance a tango. That was an elegant and bold dance. And they stretch their arm out like this. Let's put a book down for a second. They stretched their arms out together and they marched to the side and they marched to the other side and they marched forward and backward together. And then they did a dip. Let's go. Whoa. And they did a dip and they had a wonderful time dancing. Can you guys see the lions? That's right. Guys, which one of these dances is your favorite? I like the rock and roll because I love the guitar and I love the heavy music. How about you guys? Which one of these dances is your favorite dance? Share with me in the comment section, guys. Which one of the lions? Okay, Ava, thank you. I see Ava, you're part. Oh, thank you. Ava is my top participant this morning, girl. So guess what? It means that for my next story time, I'm gonna have to give Ava a shout out in the next story time for next week. So I'm writing it down. So for the next story coming up, I'm gonna have to give you a shout out, girl. So Ava says she likes the lions, and they were doing the tango. Ooh, okay. Wow. Oh my God. Look at the other animals, boys and girls. The chimps all did the cha cha cha, cha 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 cha. Very nice. It would have been really fun if we had some shakers and we would shake with the chimpanzees. Wow. And they and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. So, guys, in the Scottish reel, they have their hands. Look at them. Can you guys see? They put their arms around each other and they're moving around in a circle. And trust me, guys, the animals were having a good time. I wonder where's Gerald? Uh-oh. I. My goodness. What's happening in this picture? Can you guys uh well, we see Gerald and he's in the middle or the center and all the other animals were laughing. That's not nice, boys and girls. That's really not nice. It's really, really important how we treat others, especially if they're uncomfortable doing something. So it says Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald. The animals all snared. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. So, not only are they laughing at Gerald, boys and girls, but they're calling him names. And that's very, very unkind. Yeah, that's an unkind thing to do. Can you imagine how he felt? How would you feel? Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Look at Gerald's face. Look at his face. Look at his face. This is definitely not a happy face. No, it's not. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. He was rooted to the spot. There, right, he thought, I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. No, 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 no. That's not nice. I don't like that at all. Mm-mm. I don't like that. So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Hmm. Oh, that's not, I don't like that. And I know that the boys and girls who are listening to this story, I know that you guys are not kids who let other kids feel bad about themselves. That's not okay. And you should never as well let anyone make you feel bad either. Wow. Hmm. But look, guys, look. He's no longer sad, it seems. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up to the sky. Let's look with Gerald, boys and girls. Let's look up to the sky. Wow, guys, it's the night sky and it's so beautiful with all the stars. And look, the moon too. Do you guys know that God created all of these wonderful things? Yes, He did. Wow, the sky looks so beautiful and it's so quiet. Gerald looked, found a little clearing, and he looked up to the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. I'm so happy that he's finding some happiness because just now being called names and laughed at was not nice at all. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me, coughed a cricket. Oh, where's the cricket? Can you guys hear the cricket? I don't see a cricket. Who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Did you guys hear what the cricket said? Let's say that part again. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Wow. Boys and girls, that's very, very important, you know. Not all of us are the same, and not everyone has the same talents and skills, and that's okay. It is important for you to know what works best for you and to do what is also best for you. And as I said before, sometimes you don't start something strong, but when you practice, you can become better. Let's see, Mr. Oh, there goes the cricket. That's right. There goes Mr. Cricket talking to Gerald. I love this picture. And what I love most of all about the picture is that Gerald looks so peaceful and calm. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze, whispered the cricket. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really, really want it to. This cricket is a very, very good friend. It is so important, boys and girls, to have good friends, but it is even more important to be a good friend. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Wow! Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. Can you guys guess what it is? Can you see his tail? It's twirling and twirling all over the place. And Gerald had a smile. Isn't that great? Oh, he threw his legs out sideways and he snugged them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leaped through the air. Wow, Gerald, look at him go. I love it. How about you guys? Let me know in the comments section. Gerald felt so wonderful. Can you guys give me a smile? Let's do a quick selfie, everybody. With Gerald. Let's do a quick selfie with Gerald. Are you guys smiling? Let's go. One, two, three, go. Good job. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I'm dancing, Gerald cried. All right, my friends. So, once again, I want us to do a nice smiley face, right? And we're going to ask our mommies and daddies too to take our pictures while we're doing story time and while we're doing a smile with Gerald the giraffe. Are you guys ready? One, mommies and daddies, please get their selfies ready. Please get their pictures ready. One, two, three, go. Cheese. All right, thank you guys. And Gerald was dancing, boys and girls. And he was dancing even more. He went and he boogied on down on the dance floor. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived with Gerald, boogied, and watched him quite entranced. They were surprised. Guys, show me your surprised faces. Good job. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." Guys, let's join Gerald. Let's go. That's right. And they had fun. And Gerald was so confident. And he kept on dancing. And guess what? Not before long. How did he learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Let's take a bow, boys and girls. One, two, three. Let's take a bow. Good job, my friends. He took his bow and then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. The end. Very good, boys and girls. You guys were such an amazing audience today. And you see, like I said, everyone has different skills and talents, and you just have to know how to use them. And sometimes you may not start strong, but by practicing and believing, you can become better. Thank you guys so much for joining me for story time today. I hope that you guys will come back next Saturday and the Saturday after that. And guess what? On Saturdays at 10 a.m., there's going to be a brand new story on my channel. For the parents and guardians who are here, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, before I go, I'm just going to be talking a little bit about reading with children. Parents, are you still here? Let me know in the comment section if you're still here, please. All right, I see Miss Brown is here. Okay, Miss Brown is here. Auntie Diane, are you still here? Let me know if you are still here in the comment section. So, okay, Auntie Diane is here. All right, thank you, Auntie Diane. Miss Mullings, are you still here? Kaylee's mommy. All right. So last week on my live, I spoke a little bit about phonics, phonemic awareness, and building phonics, especially from the toddler stage. This week, I wanted to just touch a little bit on decoding. First of all, before I even touch on decoding, someone asked me the other day, why is it that I'm so interested in helping children to read or to learn how to read? And of course, I'm always going to keep sharing and saying this is that for one, someone helped me read. That's the first thing. The first thing, someone did it with me and for me. That someone was my mom from an earlier age and stage. From even before my mom gave birth, my mother would read to me all the time. My mom would read to me and she continued reading with me and to me when I was a toddler and through all the different stages. As I grew a little bit older, maybe about age 6, 7, it became a little bit of challenge for me. And my mom kept on practicing the skill with me until I got better. So that's the first and foremost thing. The second reason is that I believe that stories are such a great tool for kids to read, to enjoy, and to just experience the world outside, different countries, perspectives, and different thoughts, of course. My third thing is that having moved to the US about three years ago, I saw and I discovered that there were so many children who were unable to read, and so many parents as well who didn't know how to help their little ones. So I love I had a foundation, and when I saw that challenge or that problem, I definitely wanted to be a part of the solution. And hence here we are today, reading, doing stories, and just evolving as well in the process. Let's talk a little bit about decoding with children. Decoding, in the simplest terms, decoding is the process of translating written words into sounds and spoken words. Decoding, I would say, is the second stage of reading. Of course, the first stage of reading would be phonics and phonemic awareness, knowing their letters, being able to sound out their letters singly in a single way, and of course, blended way, and so on, and moving on to decoding the letters. For example, if you have the word cat, you can break it down by the sound and then you can start writing it down. But we're not getting into writing today. We're just talking a little bit about the decoding before the time is up. Again, decoding is the process of translating written words into sounds and spoken words. So that is what decoding is. The key skills involved in decoding with children, of course, phonemic awareness again, phonics again, blending, segmenting, and sight word recognition. That's the final part of it, right? So, again, phonemic awareness, blending, segmenting, and sight word recognition. Please let me know in the comment section if you're hearing me clearly, because there's a little bit of construction happening in the other side of my apartment. So just let me know if you are hearing me clearly, please. All right, thank you. How can as parents, how can you help your little ones with decoding? First of all, I would say practicing every day, like every day. Practicing, like, especially the blending part of it, practicing blends with your little ones every day, reading decodable books as well. That would be really helpful. And of course, children learn in different ways, So I would always suggest using multisensory methods, writing letters in the sand, writing letters, doing craft with letters, especially blending. Um, Putting letters also around the putting letters or having different blends and so on around the house, like easy things like that, even taking it in the car with you. Also, I would say encourage children to read unfamiliar sounds and words daily. Decoding, I think, is one of the most challenging parts of reading for children. I realize a lot of even older children, they struggle with decoding, which shows that they are not so strong with the phonemics and the phonemic awareness, because that's the start. So I think doing it and practicing decoding like daily will help them better with their reading. That is my tips and gems for today. I am so thankful that you guys were here with me today. I'm looking forward to having you guys next Saturday. I'm going to be talking more about decoding because, as I said, this is one of the most challenging parts of the reading for many children, especially older children. So this is a topic that I'm going to spend a good amount of time on and probably show you guys more examples with my board next Saturday. I'll be live again next Saturday. Thank you so much, Mommy. And yes, please, if you can take your little ones to the library, there are also so many free resources online to help with a website that is good for kids, especially from the pre-K level going up to the fifth grade level, is A to Z Learning or Raz Learning. It has a wide array of books. It also has audiobooks. It also has games. I use it at home personally with my little one. I use it with my children at school that I read with. It's a really good software. You don't have to pay for it. Yes, that's one of the softwares that you don't have to pay for. There are other softwares, of course, that you have to pay for it if you know, but I mean, you have to pay. You have to pay for stuff, you know. Um, but yeah, next week I'm still going to be talking about decoding, and this time I'll be showing like more examples. I just touched on it briefly this morning, but next week I actually want to show an example of decoding and so on, and some challenges too, and like for parents how they can help their little ones. Parents always ask like what should they do. My number one tip is to read every day, because reading is a skill and it takes time. And like reading 3 minutes every day is fine, even 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be challenging, it doesn't have to be something long, but just read every day, break up the words every day, pronounce words every day. And that will make a huge difference. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do hope that the story time was engaging and helpful. I do hope that the tips was helpful as well for you parents. I will see you guys next Saturday again from 9 a.m. here on the Aunty Jodi YouTube channel. At 10 a.m. today, there's going to be a brand new story time. So I do hope you guys will enjoy it. Ava, I will be giving you a shout out next Saturday in my new story time video. Ava is from, I want to let's Ava, it was tuned in from, let me go back in the comments. Ava and Autumn. All right, Autumn. I hope I'm saying it correct. Baltimore. Okay, you guys are from Baltimore. And Mommy John Brown. Okay, good. So I'll be giving you guys a shout out next week in the video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be shouting out everyone who was here today: Auntie Dion and Z, and also Korean Mullings and Kaylee. Kaylee. All right. I'm going to be shouting out all three of you guys in the video next Saturday. All right, my loves. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have like specific questions about reading. I would love to hear more to see how I can help you best. All right, everyone. Bye.